12/22, Friday night, day 142. If you're new to this, I document myself every day building my business. Business model is LBOs. We're going to buy businesses using leverage. We're going to create a portfolio and sell it for a higher multiple than we bought it for. So I came to a conclusion today, and it's the fact that Facebook ads does not work with my model, with what I'm trying to do. And I'm officially going to just stop my Facebook ads. I kind of just had it running and I forgot about it. I wasn't even optimizing it fully, but I think the effort that I put forward and the money and the data that I got back from it so far is enough to create a conclusion that it doesn't fit with my model. And the reason why is because I just seem to be getting like all different type of leads. Like I got two different businesses that want to sell, but they have nothing to do with our sector. If you're new to this, we're buying healthcare companies. I got one that was a power distribution company. It makes over 2 million in revenue. Another one that was a real estate brokerage, makes over 2 million in revenue. And a couple other ones, but about 5 total, but none of them are healthcare. None of them responded. And a couple of them booked meetings with me, but they ended up not showing or whatever. So the best type of leads I got so far was not Facebook. And I'm going to cancel Facebook and lean more into what gave me results. And we'll see how that goes. I had a meeting with someone, and if you're watching this, Andy, if you're watching this, man, thank you so much for the intro. Like, it's so incredible to me that some of you guys watching really believe in me. And it just goes to show, like, I have no space to, like, give up. I cannot give up. It's not even about myself anymore. It's about all the people that believe in me that I would disappoint if I just gave up. And if you're wondering how long am I going to be doing these videos, these daily monologue videos, no cuts, no edits, no thumbnails, I'm planning on doing it until I have my first deal. I want to get my first deal, and then we can start switching it up. So I'm almost at the point where, like, man, I just want to get a deal so I could stop doing these daily videos, because I'm not going to, like, get off of YouTube completely. I'm going to switch up my channel. The way I want it to be is, like, I just got monetized on YouTube, so I could finally start making money. So why not make the videos better? Why not put more effort? Why not put a really good thumbnail or make a topic, not just like speak like randomly off the top of your mind? Like, it could be a lot better for sure, but this is like more so an experiment than it is anything else. You know, what if I record myself and then boom, like something happens? Like, that'd be pretty insane. Definitely something that no one's done before. I could easily separate myself that way. But anyways, Facebook doesn't work with what I'm trying to do. Maybe it works. I have to do it a different way, spend more money, but no, fuck that. I'm done trying with Facebook. Now we're gonna go back to something else. So I got an intro from one of you guys. His name's Andy, and I spoke with a guy who actually sources deal flow. And this guy I met was not trying to like sell me anything or anything like that. He was a super cool guy. He just genuinely like just wanted to meet me, just kind of expand his network and see if we could help each other out, right? And the things he was telling me about what he does is super interesting. So the guy works in real estate. And I'm not going to come here and just try to spill everyone's beans. I'm about to sneeze. Man, I've been sneezing, man. Allergies are coming in. But anyways, I don't want anyone to think like, okay, if they share stuff with me, I'm going to go out and like spread it to the whole world. That's not my intentions, right? Some of this stuff is interesting. I'm not putting names on it. They're already well known. But cold emails, man, are so powerful. They're so powerful. And so this guy works mainly in real estate M&A transactions. So what that means is if you just buy a single family house, like a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1 bath, right? Single family, like small houses, those are not M&A transactions. You're just buying a house. It's a estate transaction, right? Or whatever. But at a certain level in real estate, it starts to become a business, and you start measuring it by the NOI, net operating income, or EBITDA, or whatever you want to call it. So that's when it becomes an M&A transaction. And this guy, he sources deals, he sources funding for real estate, right? Which is like very interesting. I've never met anyone that did something like that. But he's worked on M&A transactions for marketing companies. And it's very interesting to me that there's so many people that want to sell their marketing company. Marketing could be a really good roll-up. Now, I've never tried it, never thought about doing it. I mean, it's came across my mind before, but never seriously considered doing it. But it just seems to be like a great opportunity. Now, getting it financed, I'm sure there's definitely ways to do it, but it's very interesting. Like, he was telling me that, man, if you send 200 emails, you'll get like 36 booked meetings, and then like you could like knock like maybe 2 or 3 deals, maybe 4 deals. And I've heard that before from another guy who did QLA. So it kind of makes sense. And these are 2 independent sources that say this about the marketing sector. So marketing is very fragmented. Like, it's very like, there's a lot of people that want to do SMMA, right? So all these people that are creating it, there's so many independent owners that it's so fragmented that it creates the opportunity of putting it in a portfolio, like rolling them up. Another one is Amazon FBA companies. And this is something that I didn't realize. And that's kind of a fault of mine. Like, Amazon FBA, e-commerce, they're so fragmented that there's so many hot deals that you could find in them. And the guy described it to me like the multifamily of online business. Like, Amazon FBA stores is kind of like the multifamily of real estate. And if you don't know anything about multifamily, it's basically like complex buildings that have like 15 plus apartments. Actually, it's classified as 4 apartments plus. So anything above 4 apartments. And those are really good assets. Now, the online space, the best assets, Amazon FBA. Now, for me, I never thought of that as like, I never thought people rolled Amazon FBA stores up. I never thought about that. Because what if you get banned on Amazon? Your investment flies in the wind after that point, which is pretty crazy. Now, getting your due diligence done on real estate is so different than on a business transaction. It could happen super fast as opposed to when you're doing it on a business. Blah, blah, blah. There's so many interesting intricacies when it comes to this stuff. But as far as what I did today, guys, today was probably one of the more hectic days I've had in a while. And there's no problem with that. Exactly the way we want it. But I'm ready to go to sleep at this point. Yeah. So basically off that connection, I realized like my email marketing campaigns could be so much better than what they are now. Like, my results could literally skyrocket. Another thing that I want to try, because I've been slacking off the cold calls 100%. I want to take my Facebook money that I've been allocating, spend it on direct mail and more on email marketing. So I'm going to put it in a way where I personalize the emails, see what the results look like then. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So I need someone to help me cold call and like facilitate the meetings, right? Because whenever I cold call, like, I'm speaking directly to the owner. So if I want to ask questions, get to know him and get to know the business, even though it's direct and super fast, it's kind of like off-putting when he doesn't know anything about my company. I could be like a scammer. So one, he wants to stop the phone call and check out who I am. and what the hell I'm talking about. And then two, it's not like a meeting setup. Like he's not gonna sit here and open up to me like the other owners I've been speaking with. It's not like that setup. I need someone to set the ball up for me, and then I go in there and then boom, smack it out of the field. So 2 ideas I have for that, and I'm gonna make it into its own video. Don't want to spoil it. But yeah, it's basically stuff I'm working on right now. Something else that happened. I went out tonight, and I went to the Highland Park Village. If you're from Dallas, you know that area. It's like super rich and bougie area. And I just came back from there. I think if you ever see those videos of people saying like, what do you do for a living? Right? Like Daniel Mack, like that guy. He started his videos in Highland Park Village. That's where he found all like the nice cars and started asking people. It was in that place. I swear, when you enter, it's like a bubble. It's like, boom. It's like you enter like rich land. It looks different. There's different lighting. Roads look different. And the police have different uniforms and shit, right? So going there and networking with all these rich people around, and I saw like McLarens, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, and Ferraris today. Like insane cars, man. Like, insane. Like one of the Lambos looked so insane. But yeah, I was going out with people that are older than me, and it's always like insightful, and like you never know the kind of connection you can make. Like I swear, going to Highland Park actually created me way more connections than I would have ever thought. And building up your network has value. So I wouldn't attribute it to me. I consider it almost kind of like work. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Like if you go to these clubs or lounges and you're drinking, I don't know, it's really overrated. Like clubbing is super overrated. It's not fun. What do you like to do? Like the music's super loud. You can't really talk, and it's kind of like crowded. You can meet interesting people there. That's really the only benefit, I'd say, from my understanding. You could feel like a bit of like a status play. Like today we knew like the security guards. We know like the owner of like the security company. Like I don't know. I know the owner. I met him, but I know him through a friend. So it's kind of like we get free table, and like it's like that whole vibe. It's not even necessarily like a club. It's more like a lounge, like crowded kind of lounge area. But if you're not drinking, I don't know. I don't know, man. What I'm trying to say is I don't think it was a waste of time. Maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't work out today, so I could have been working out instead. But yeah, like if you're watching till this point and you go clubbing, why do you like to go clubbing? Like, why do you like? I really genuinely, like out of curiosity, I just don't understand like why it's interesting. Okay, you can meet interesting people there, but you can't even really talk to them, you know? People really go there just to drink, and then you're gonna drunk text people, you're gonna throw up, and you're gonna be nauseous and dizzy. Like, where's the benefits? I would assume it's like amazing, like it makes you feel good, not like feel like shit. Like it makes no sense to me. I don't know. But yeah, so we were talking about what kind of cars we want to buy. We were just like kind of like manifesting in a way, I'd say. And the first answer I said was Ferrari SF90. That's what I said. But then I took that back and I was like, okay, I don't want that. And I remembered when I used to work at the dealership. And I used to work at a Ford dealership. And this Ford dealership in particular that I worked at had a GT. If you don't know the Ford GTs, man, they're classics. They had this Ford GT with a Ford GT is kind of like a Bugatti in a way, because you got to get invited to even buy it. It's worth a couple $1,000,000. Then even after you buy it, you can't sell it for like 2 years. Like all these different things, which is insane. Like I think the MSRP on it was like 800K, but then the resale value was like 2 million. $2 million for a car. It's like a Bugatti, right? And it was just on the showroom floor. And I was like, when I first got there, I was like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy. Like, I've never even seen a GT. Like, I didn't even know what that was. And I would literally, like, when I would have customers, or if I was closing, for example, I would just circle around this GT, just stare at it. It had, like, the blue and the orange. It had, like, orange stripes, and it was blue. And it was, like, orange and red on the interior. It had those, like, sport car, like, steering wheels. Like, they're not even, like, a full circle, just, like, a sport car. And I would just, like, look at it. I would look at the wheels, see how it would shine. I would see it from, like, every angle. And you know what's funny is, like, after a while, a lot of my coworkers, like, didn't see it anymore. Because, like, you see it so much every day, it's, like, it's almost like it's not there. But no, like, I kept on, like, staring at it. I would keep circling around it. I'm like, dude, like, how the fuck does someone have this car? How the fuck did this happen? I'm struggling with scraps while this dude is living large with a multi-million-dollar car. Like, this car has more net worth than all these salespeople on the floor put together. How the fuck did that happen? Like, it pisses me off when I think about it. Like all, like, the cars I saw today, like, I saw this guy, he was driving I think it was a Ghost, like a Rolls Royce Ghost, like a 2-door. He was bumping Lil Baby, and he had, like, the drop top. And I was like, oh, how the fuck did this guy... That's why it's so interesting for those videos. Like, what do you do for a living? Like, how did you do this? It's like, what the fuck happened? Like, how? I just don't get it. Not even, like, an envious way. Like, what I'm doing is not working. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, it pisses me off, you know? But, yeah.